Classic will continue after these messages from our local.
Point over again. Connors on the baseline with the half volley. Noah saves it. Jimmy with another half volley. Mishits it, but it's good. Now here comes Noah. Connors waits and hits the lob for a good shot. Now look at Noah. He turns and waves to Connors saying, well done. Well done. And that holds the thumbs up. Very, very sporting and unusual.
Back live, it was a big serve from Yannick Noah that has given him a 15-love lead.
And Noah has changed his shirt. He'd like to change the course of events in this final set.
It's an appropriate color. He's seen red plenty today.
Now Connors knows he's in a real dogfight because Noah's serving better. Jimmy had one chance at match point at 5-6 in the tiebreaker, but Noah was serving.
Connors needs a new racket.
I think he's broken a string.
Donald, what you said earlier was really on target as far as Connors knowing that if he kept playing the match, he'd let Noah back in. That's exactly what's happened.
Well, he knew that Noah would get better, and he was trying to rush him off the court, which is smart. Yannick was very sloppy at the start of this match, and Jimmy was very sharp. Like he'd been playing all night waiting to get to the match.
Barry McKay?
Jimmy does some interesting things. He got a new racket out, but what he does, he pours a big cup of water right over the handle and then towels it off to make it real nice and natty. It's very unusual to see a player just pour water on the handle. You're normally trying to keep it real dry.
Now we're at 40 love. Noah serving, trailing love 1. Final set.
Game Noah, he holds, and a love game at that.
You can see the difference in the first serve of Yannick. I think his girlfriend's inspiring him a little bit here. And there she is.
Pete's looking over to the sidelines and seeing Barry.
She's a lot cuter than Barry.
It's nice to be in the middle of the action, guys.
Stand up straight. Left.
Games 1 all. This set will decide it. First time that these two tournament play have gone to a deciding set. And I think this really makes a strong statement, gentlemen, that Yannick Noah's game is back.
Barry, is there any wind at court side?
None at all, Don. Absolutely calm down here.
Still warm?
Still warm. The sun's going real low, though, in the sky, which is going to be tougher and tougher because those shadows are going to start coming over the court in about 15 minutes.
Really good depth by Connors on both sides, and that's the one trademark that people don't seem to realize about Connors. When he hits ground strokes, not just accuracy, but he's got the ball so deep, he always backs up. Try to swing volley off a high floater.
30-15.
Even the great ones can miss and sitter. Noah was there, but he missed it by about 20 feet. how Connors plays this 40-30 point. I think he'll come in, but not on the serve. I think he'll wait for the first shot. Here he comes. And he does it.
In a match, but Noah's hanging in there pretty good, and I think the fact that he won that second set tiebreaker may give him the lift that he needs.
Pancho, how would you have played Jimmy Connors?
I got to get to the net. You can't, every time Jimmy hits a ground stroke, I think he gets better with it, so you can't let him get that groove. You got to take the offensive away from him.
He used to like to serve pretty well.
Here is a bulldozer the way he's going.
Thanks, Pancho.
There is one of the great ones. Maybe the greatest to ever play. Many say Budge, many say Kramer, and many say Pancho Gonzalez.
In this tournament, in his honor, in 1984. Yannick Noah serving 1-2, and now 15 love.
I like the way Gonzalez said every time Connors hits a ground stroke, better, because he gets grooved, and that's exactly the way to describe. Confidence. Perfect stroke.
Another ground stroke long from Connors. 30 love. Service break in this set may be as good as gold. Ace from Yannick Noah, number 6.
40 love.
See the serve again. Slices it wide. That ball really takes off on the cement court. Another ace. Two back-to-back.
Back to Barry McKay.
Pancho, who was the toughest player you played in your career?
Well, the guy who was very unpredictable, who was a great player, was Lou Hold, and then Jack Kramer, of course, a very offensive player, was really tough to play against. And then right on down the line, Sedgman, Segura, Treyberg, all of them.
But you handled them all.
Well, yeah, I think that in that time they may have had it easier than me.
All right, Pancho.
Jimmy Connors dropping the first point. Love 15. Nice of Pancho to throw your name in there, Barry McKay.
Yes, it was.
Slipped him 100. Got the right answer.
Pancho ranked number 1 in the world for 8 consecutive years from 1953 to 1961.
Not a bad little record.
And here's Yannick Noah in search of that plateau in men's tennis.
And Noah has worked his way back very much in this match. It's 2-all, final set. Love 15, second serve. Noah crowding him. I don't believe that shot. Perfect lob and a better half volley drop shot. You like that touch, Barry?
I'll tell you something. Connors is starting to become a McEnroe touch player. I'm going to ask him about that later.
Look at this lob. He gets Noah in close, and Noah makes a great recovery. And look what Jimmy does. He just half volleys it. Let's see it again from another angle. Now watch the little underspin. He sets up and then just dinks it. Look at that touch. 15 all. That's good.
Connors looking very strong at the net.
40-15.
An impossible angle volley to return coming up here.
Look at this return, though. It's such great depth. That approach shot. He's got the really almost a sitter at the net. 40-15, 2-all. love in Oklahoma City.
It's everywhere. Noah serving. 2-3 on serve.
Misses a forehand. Opened the face of the racket a little too much and lost control of the drive.
And for moments of complete frustration and Noah making a statement of default, it has really turned the corner of this match into something that's really interesting to watch.
Well, Yannick's learned something from this match. He was totally out of control for a set and a half emotionally. He was so mad. And he's gotten control of himself. He's playing better. Now there is the greatness of Connors' return and serve that we talk about. Noah hit a beautiful first serve. Watch it. He goes right down the middle. Hard flat serve. Look at Connors. He dives for it, but look where the return is. And Noah trying to cover it, plays it over the baseline. Difficulty. Triple break point. Noah serving now 50% of his first serves. Connors 77% throughout the match of his first serves. And Jimmy's got the break with a good return. 4-2. When he needs it, Connors is awfully tough.
Connors leads 4-2.
It's up to Noah now to jump on Connors and jump on him early. Pancho Gonzalez was talking about getting in the groove. Noah does not want to let Connors get in the groove in this game.
Noah really mishit that. Connors has won it here twice before. 76 when it was the ATP Games, in 1981, the first year. He played it here at La Quinta. Beat Ivan Lendl in the finals that year rather easily. What makes Jimmy Connors tick? Every time he gets into a third set, he starts hitting winners. Look at the depth. Again, keeps backing Noah up, and then he creases the line for a winner. Watch Connors now. He gets around on that forehand. Look at his right shoulder into the shot. That's where he gets his power with the whip. Full-blown. He is racing to get into the locker room at 4-2, 40 love.
40
Here comes Jimmy to the net with the swing volley. No finesse there, just power. And here's the touch shot into the open court. 3 game points. Ace. Number 3 when he needs it.
It's in Italy.
And the moment of truth has arrived for Yannick Noah. He must hold serve and he must break serve, or he is out of the tournament. 2-5, final set, 15 love. Let. Winner ripples off the forehand of Noah.
30 love.
Yannick's kind of wincing after he hit that shot. He looked down again. I think he's really having some pain in that right foot.
He's pushed off now. We'll see it again as he steps into it. Off the right foot there. He drills the forehand with a lot of topspin.
Meanwhile, that ankle of Connors that we saw so clearly on the replay that he sprained earlier, no effect really. He's shaking that off. I'd like to thank our statistician today. Her first weekend with USA Sports. She'll be back plenty more times. Kathy Andriatis of the Volvo Grand Prix. And Noah, a love game. He's not finished yet.
Connors elected to let that ball go and pace himself here. He's saving himself for this game.
Connors leads 5-3.
And here's why. If you look at that scoreboard, Jimmy Connors can serve out the match.
Crowd getting a little restless. They know that Connors can put it away here. $34,000, a beautiful trophy, a bunch of Volvo Grand Prix points, and 2 titles in 2 weeks.
At 31, Connors is disproving the critics. You can go on to winning tennis after 30. Just wide.
Love 15.
And I think Yannick Noah got Gonzalez's message. Come in whenever you can. Wouldn't be surprised if Connors takes the play to the net. Try to back up Noah. Love 30.
Love 30.
Surprising that Noah doesn't go to the net more. It was he who told Sports Illustrated that he believes, as in life, in tennis, one must go to the net.
Hit the ball by about 2 inches. He was there, guessing right. Watch Noah. He chips. Jimmy makes a good half volley. Look at the depth there. Noah down the line. Connors is too quick, and the ball was definitely wide. And I don't know what's happening. Everyone's yelling at the far end. I don't know what caused that. Noah said something to someone in the crowd. This is triple break point. Yannick better concentrate because Jimmy will slip back in. Connors. Noah all over the baseline to keep the ball alive. His right foot is bothering him. He's limping over there now. He's got like a little spur on that foot, or a sprain. Now watch Yannick. Let's see him lunge after that ball. And look at that right foot. He pushes off there. He's watching the lob. Connors serving at 15-40, 5-3. Noah with another break point. Biggest point of the match for Yannick Noah. I don't believe it. John Patrick McEnroe wouldn't believe it. Connors with another touch half volley. Drop shot winner. I have to start calling him John. Watch it here. Great shot by Jimmy. Look at that. He cups the ball with his left arm and hits a drop shot. Now Noah has one last chance. 30-40. Connors will hook him wide, I suspect, on the backhand side. Noah moves over a little, trying to bounce around to get some movement. 30-40. Third break point. for it. He took a chance and missed it. And his right ankle is hurting. And we're at deuce. Connors is toweling off. And the rules allow for it. He has 30 seconds between points.
Before that last point, Donald, Jimmy sort of threw back to the balls to the lines people, got exactly the lightest balls in play. Took more time than he has in the entire match. And it worked.
5-3 deuce. The champion of France against the champion of America.
Jimmy Connors has battled back from 3 break points down to championship point. It is a stunned Yannick Noah at the other end of the court.
Now watch Connors here. He's going to try to slip in an ace.
Second championship point for Connors. He had one in the second set tiebreaker.
Connors is going to take a chance on this first ball. He's worked his way up to match point. Fault. He's going to cross him up and go down the center. Second serve. And there is a marvelous winning point. Matty Connors ecstatic as Noah makes a great recovery. Connors a better shot. And for the second week in a row, Jimmy Connors has won a 3-set title. 6-2, 6-7, and 6-3, coming back from love 40 down at 5-3. Connors with a marvelous match point.
Jimmy, congratulations on a great match. What do you think really pulled this one out for you? Because you were having a little bit of trouble after that first set.
I shouldn't have, though, Barry. I was up a break at 3-1 in the second. And I've kind of got myself in a little bad habit here where I let up after I get a set and a break, and I'm going to have to fight my way out of that. But the third set, I just went into the third set after playing a close tiebreaker, and I said, I'm going to come in, I'm going to attack any chance I get. And he was hitting a lot of short balls, and it was giving me the opportunity to come in. Plus, I started returning the ball a lot better, more solid, and with a little more punch behind it, so I can try to get him on the defense a little bit. But I just wanted to get to the net and keep attacking and keep playing my game.
Jimmy, I'm seeing a lot more half volley, drop shots, a lot of touch coming out of your game lately. What's going on? Have you been watching McEnroe?
No, I don't. That one shot in the last game, I didn't really quite mean that. I got kind of caught in between steps, and I was just lucky to get out of the way, but I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. But I've got a lot more, a little bit more feel towards my game now, where I can mix them up a little bit more and not just play the same kind of forceful game all the time. And I think that's helped me over the past couple of years.
We thought maybe you really injured your foot early in that set, Jimmy. What happened?
Well, my feet just got tangled up on one shot, and I kind of went over, but there was no problem. I just kind of took my time and walked around a bit and got back in shape, and really more for my mental aspect than anything else, but there was no problem.
Jimmy, you're on a roll on a big match coming up way over in Bucharest, a long way from here.
I got a long trip ahead of me, Barry.
What are you going to do now between now and when you get over there? Are you going to just totally try and rest?
Well, we have a long trip ahead of us, as you said, and by the time I get in there, it'll be Monday night that time, and I hope to get some sleep Monday night and then wake up and hopefully get out and try to hit a few balls, even if it's just lazily. Go out and take my time and try to get used to the surroundings and get used to indoors again. But I feel by Friday, when the matches start, that I'll be ready to play.
Jimmy, a lot of people around the country really happy that you're playing Davis Cup for this country. Any special thoughts coming into this year's campaign on the Davis Cup?
Well, they've always had a good team, whether I played or whether I didn't play, Barry. McEnroe always played well. McEnroe and Fleming were always a dominant force in the doubles, and they've just had really bad luck the one time in Argentina on the clay, and whether I played or I didn't play, they had a great team. I just hope that for me being a part of the team, and I can take a little bit of pressure off of off of McEnroe or McEnroe and Fleming at the same time, and we can kind of back each other up a little bit. But that remains to be seen. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that they're as excited about it, or everybody's as excited about it as I am.
Jimmy, good luck over there.
Thank you, Barry.
All right, back up to you, Al.
Next stop, Bucharest. But before we get on to that, a few awards to be given out to Jimmy Connors. A big check of $34,000. That good-looking trophy. And we'll talk to the expert sitting next to me, Donald Dell, about this victory for Jimmy Connors in just a moment as we continue on USA Sports.
Yannick, it's a tough match to lose. I thought you were right back in it there. Any special thoughts? Did you feel you could win this match in the middle of that third set?
Well, yeah, you know, I had a good chance at the beginning, I think, of the third set. You know, I think he was tired, and, you know, I thought he was tired, and, you know, I was thinking that I was going to win. But then, you know, he played really well 2 or 3 games, and that made the difference.
Yannick, at the end of that third set, it looked to me like you may have hurt your foot a little bit, your right foot.
Well, you know, the court is really hard, and just that, you know, when you run like this, you know, it hurts a little bit, but it was okay. Just too bad, you know, I didn't win this point at 5-3, you know, love 40, I had a good chance, and, well, next time.
Do you feel now, Yannick, after about a month's solid play, that you're right back in the game, right in the thick of the competitive part of this game?
Yes, I think I'm playing well now, and I think I feel good now. It's just a problem of trying to concentrate all the time, and, you know, don't give few points here and there, try to be tough, you know, during the whole match. You know, against a player like Jimmy, I have to play the whole match, every point, and now I think I give a few points here and there, and but right now, you know, I'm happy the way I'm playing, and I hope it's going to be a good year.
Yannick, what's the toughest part of Connor's game for you to work against? What really makes him tough for you?
Well, he just take every chance, you know, to come to the net, and he hits the ball really hard, so if you're not really fit and if you don't play deep enough, you know, he's always in the attack, and he put a lot of pressure on you, and you know, you have to play tough because he doesn't give many points, and you know, I think he just played well. You know, I think it was a good match, and I think everybody liked it.
All right, Yannick, we'll see you at the French.
Okay, I hope so.
All right, back to you, Al.
All right, trophy presentations coming up.